We chat up feathered residents of Humber's Arboretum and tell you how and where to find them.
And meet some of the Arb's hardest workers. A new project keeps these bees buzzing.
Hello and welcome to a special edition of Humber News, all about our very own Arboretum. I'm Miranda Anthesel. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Tom Yanni. Today we get a look not only at the nature, but at some of the special environmental programs and public events in the Arb.
But first, let's start with nature. The 250-acre Arboretum is next to Humber's North Campus. It's completely open to the public and has numerous trails available for anyone looking to take in the sights. We sent reporter Steph Sprenger to discover what lives in Humber's backyard.
The Arboretum is absolutely bursting with life, giving a home to those who live both above and below the trees. I asked nature interpreter Lynn Short to tell me about some of the Arboretum's frequent flyers, including the currently nesting hawks.
The hawk is sitting on the eggs. The young are hatched by the end of April, and then they've got the whole summer to teach them how to hunt.
Hawks aren't the only birds of prey found around the Arboretum. Lynn showed me the strange way the recently departed owls show their favorite hangout.
The forest here has a lot of small rodents that they can catch and eat during the wintertime.
The craziest part? They swallow their prey whole.
We find the owl pellets, which are basically the fur and the bones packed up into a little ball and then regurgitated to the ground.
In addition, the Arb plays host to waterfowl such as ducks and geese, which can typically be found floating in the Arboretum's pond or the neighboring Humber River. But as Lynn showed me, the Arb also has residents who prefer to make their home beneath the ground.
So we're standing here beside the back door of the groundhog's hole, and this one is not very obvious. There's grass growing all around it. It's just a hole down in the ground. But over here is where his front door is, and in fact, he's looking right out at us right now. It's a perfect place. He's got his fast food restaurant right outside his door. And right down the hill, there's a pond, so he's got lots of water too.
And for anyone thinking of taking a scenic stroll through the Arboretum, there are a variety of trails. Closer to the college are paths through the garden, giving students a chance to get up close with the more fragrant flora. Just steps away from LX Building, Magnolia Walk is one of the gems of the Arboretum. In just a couple short weeks, this path will be lush and fragrant with magnolia blossoms. The Arboretum is also a part of the Discovery Walks program. These walks are a series of self-guided strolls through some of the city's parks, with signs providing information on the area's history. Free parking and access make the Arboretum a peaceful oasis for the whole community. Steph Sprenger, Humber News.
Thanks, Steph. If you don't want to go nature hunting on your own in the Arb, there are some public events coming up over the next few months. On Saturday, May 14th, the Arb will host the 2011 International Biodiversity Day. This will be a guided walk where the different species of trees, flowers, and birds will be highlighted. On Saturday, June 4th, the Arb and Etobicoke-Massner gardeners will be hosting an event called Connecting People with Plants. It is a free event that will include tours, gardening advice, a plant sale, and much more. Anyone looking for more information on these events can get details by emailing arboretum@humber.ca.
The Arboretum is not just a home for animals and trees. Many of the plants grown inside the greenhouse of the Arboretum are used in the Culinary Skills program on campus. Humber News reporter Arda Zakarian has the story.
Students, faculty, and members of the community come to the Humber Room to enjoy the culinary talents of chefs in waiting. Many of the ingredients used in these dishes are organic in nature. The benefits of organic food include being grown without using pesticides, increased vitamins and minerals, and no chemical additives. Eating organic is becoming more commonplace, but what many people here at the Humber Room probably don't know is that organic food is grown right here at the college. Humber's greenhouse within the Arboretum grows all types of food. Valeria Wuschnakowski is in charge of turning seeds into plants. She spends hours watering and fertilizing the plants that the culinary students use.
I take care of them from the little package with seeds till the plants are ready for going outside, or in the case of the herbs, ready to be harvested.
Chef Leonard Lechner was instrumental in the creation of the greenhouse, and he says it's a great learning tool.
It's very important for us to bring the students out here and learn them how to recognize those herbs, and of course to distinguish them. What is what? Because a very common, the classic example is the parsley and the cilantro. They're always being mixed up by the students, right? But here we bring them out here, we say, okay, what do you think that is? And let's taste it.
Having a greenhouse right here on campus allows students to see the benefits of organic food and allows them to develop their palate.
Here you get the taste that you actually should be getting from the herb. It's as fresh as it can be.
After the culinary students pick the plants from the greenhouse, they come back right here to the kitchen where the real work begins. The students then clean the plants, prepare them, chop them, and cook them, which takes time, patience, and talent. And this is all part of the process to bring the garden to the plate. Because the growth process for these plants was chemical-free, all that's required is a simple rinse with water. And then the process to make sure this food tastes its very best is underway, with major attention being paid to all the little details. The students make sure to cook the vegetables at the right temperature to ensure the food doesn't lose its freshness and flavor. Once the food is cooked, the focus is on aesthetics. Presentation may be the final step, but it's just as important as those that preceded. Chef Lechner teaches his students that no plate leaves the kitchen unless it looks its very best. Even the garnishes are fresh from the garden. As the food is rushed out to the hungry mouths that await, it's easy to forget that it took months of growing and nurturing to develop this food. But the benefits of growing fresh food right here on campus is enjoyed by all. Arda Zakarian, Humber News.
Thanks, Arda. The Arboretum provides a garden for the culinary students, but it is also an outdoor classroom for numerous other programs. These programs include the landscaping, horticulture, and arboriculture program, whose students maintain the gardens, the sustainable energy and architecture students who monitor the Center for Urban Ecology, the civil engineering students who survey the grounds, the early childhood education students who work on nature programs, and recreation students who run sports camps for children.
When we come back, we'll find out about the work done by some of the Arb's smaller residents, take a look into the Arboretum's history, and we head into the Center for Urban Ecology and see there's more than meets the eye.